In an era where consumers are increasingly concerned about the ethical and environmental impact of their purchasing decisions, companies are under pressure to present themselves as responsible corporate citizens. However, in the quest for approval, some businesses resort to deceptive tactics known as washing. These practices involve misrepresenting or exaggerating a company's commitment to social, environmental, or ethical causes. Here are 15 types of washing to be aware of. Greenwashing is one of the most pervasive types of corporate deception, where companies falsely claim to be environmentally friendly to attract eco-conscious consumers. This often involves vague or misleading labels such as natural, green, or eco-friendly without certification or substantial proof. Examples include using environmentally friendly packaging while continuing to pollute the environment in other areas of production. Blue washing happens when companies use their affiliation with respected organizations like the United Nations or global environmental NGOs to appear more responsible than they actually are. By showcasing partnerships or endorsements, companies create an illusion of credibility without taking significant action on the social or environmental issues they claim to support. Pinkwashing is a practice in which companies publicly advocate for LGBTQ+ rights, often through marketing campaigns or special Pride Month promotions, while ignoring or downplaying their own internal practices regarding inclusion, diversity, and equity. For example, a company might display rainbow flags while failing to implement workplace policies that protect LGBTQ+ employees. Greenwashing involves downplaying or even hiding efforts to address environmental sustainability, often due to fear of backlash or accusations of exaggeration. Instead of sharing their environmental achievements, companies remain silent, even when they could showcase legitimate improvements, such as reducing carbon emissions or adopting renewable energy. This lack of transparency can prevent consumers from supporting truly green initiatives. Carbon washing refers to companies that claim to offset their carbon emissions without providing clear, credible evidence of their efforts. Often, these businesses purchase carbon credits or invest in vague carbon offset programs that do little to genuinely reduce their carbon footprint. They may boast about being carbon neutral without addressing the ongoing emissions from their operations. Sustainability washing is when businesses make grand statements about their sustainability efforts without backing them up with actual measurable results. For example, a company might claim to support sustainable practices in marketing, but continue to use unsustainable raw materials or engage in wasteful production processes behind the scenes. This creates a false impression of responsibility and hides the true environmental impact. Wokewashing occurs when companies co-opt social justice movements and diverse causes for marketing purposes while neglecting real action or impact. This practice can include publicly endorsing racial equality or gender rights, but failing to address systemic inequities within their own corporate culture. Wokewashing often uses trendy social issues to appeal to progressive consumers without making actual changes. Purpose washing involves companies promoting lofty corporate missions, such as improving lives or making the world better. But these claims are rarely reflected in their operations. While these businesses may advertise themselves as being purpose-driven, their actual focus remains on profit maximization, with little effort to align their day-to-day practices with their stated goals. Ethics washing is when companies claim to adhere to high ethical standards while continuing unethical practices internally or within their supply chains. For instance, a company might publicize a commitment to fair wages but continue to use cheap labor from countries with poor working conditions. The focus is on appearances rather than actual ethical transformation. Corporate social responsibility, CSR washing, happens when companies exaggerate the impact of their CSR initiatives, or in some cases, focus more on their CSR image than on making a real difference. They may tout initiatives like charity donations or environmental projects, while continuing practices that undermine the community or environment they claim to help, such as pollution or human rights violations. Techwashing occurs when technology companies overhype the ethical or societal benefits of their products or services. Companies may claim their AI technologies are designed to promote equality or fairness, but in reality, these systems may perpetuate biases or exploit personal data. Techwashing misleads consumers and stakeholders by presenting technology as a force for good, when it may cause more harm than help. Cleanwashing refers to the practice of exaggerating the safety or cleanliness of products, often in the context of cleaning agents, food, or industrial products. Companies might market products as non-toxic, natural, or chemical-free, when they may still contain harmful ingredients or practices that contradict these claims. It's a misleading way to portray products as healthier or safer than they actually are. Fairwashing is when companies falsely claim adherence to fair trade or ethical labor standards. They may label products as ethically sourced or fair trade certified, when in reality, their supply chain still exploits workers or contributes to environmental degradation. This form of washing is a way to appear socially responsible while ignoring the true costs of production. Local washing is a deceptive marketing strategy where businesses claim that their products are locally produced or sourced to appeal to consumers who value supporting local economies. In reality, many of these products may be manufactured overseas or contain materials from distant suppliers. Local washing manipulates consumer loyalty to create a sense of community support. Blue washing in the context of water is when companies make exaggerated claims about their efforts to conserve water or protect water resources. For instance, they might highlight water-saving technologies or initiatives while continuing practices that contribute to water depletion or pollution in local communities. This form of washing obscures the true environmental costs of their operations. While these various types of washing may provide companies with short-term reputational benefits, they ultimately harm consumer trust and stall progress toward real social and environmental improvements. The rise of these deceptive tactics underscores the need for greater transparency, accountability, and action. Consumers, investors, and stakeholders must remain vigilant in recognizing these practices and demand genuine commitments to change, holding organizations accountable for their claims and actions. Only then can we foster a business world that prioritizes sustainability, ethics, and responsibility over mere appearances. Stay tuned for more insights into business and organizational behavior. If you found this overview helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment on future topics you'd like us to cover. I'm Dr. Dog, wishing you a fantastic day ahead.